I'm involved with the category that relates to the spin-outs that come from the university environment. So the key attributes of the companies that we looked at and that were shortlisted would relate to things like sales and customer base, the amount of funding that they might have received. It's been very, very difficult to make decisions around this, but without a doubt, these submissions are of very, very high standard.
Well, Novalia arose from research that was carried out in the Regulated Software Research Centre.
Cybersecurity for connected medical devices is a topic of concern. For manufacturers right now, what they have to do is they have to demonstrate having implemented a cybersecurity risk assessment process. Then once their products are in the marketplace, they need to demonstrate they're actually doing this on a continuous basis. Our flagship product, Select Evidence, automates this entire process. We started to collaborate with the Technology Transfer Office very early in the research process when we knew that there was commercial potential.
Novalia took up residency in the incubation centre and availed of all the supports that we offer there in terms of looking for funding and also in developing their business model. Overall, the real goal of that is to facilitate the researcher in terms of making that transition to being an entrepreneur so that they could explore and pursue the commercial opportunities that may exist.
Some of the greatest challenges were in relation to a mind shift change from research to commercial. We've grown from a one-person organisation to a 25-person organisation. We now have operations in Boston, and we work with all the top 20 medtech companies across the globe. We'd love to win the Spin Out Award because of the success of our past with DKIT. The recognition for that collaboration would be wonderful.
So the relationship between the co-founders of Neurant Medical and NUI Galway started in 2014 when we joined the National BioInnovate programme here on the campus. But once we got out through that process, we thought we had the semblance of a good solution for a device-based therapy for rhinitis, which is an inflammatory disease of the nose.
They had to develop the technical, the commercial and the preclinical evidence required to secure external investment. One was in terms of supporting project management. We were also involved in technical development. Our research group had expertise both in the characterization of tissue but also in the development of ablation devices. When you file your IP, having people who are really passionate about ensuring that our startups succeed is really powerful.
I was involved with the company from an early time point. I worked with the founders when they were researching the technology in the university. The Technology Transfer Office served to support the team in NUI Galway to protect the intellectual property and onwards to negotiate the licence in 2018. To win this award would be really fantastic because it showcases the excellent innovations that are coming out of NUI Galway and the contribution made by our office to enable that technology transfer.
Partnering with companies like Neurant and learning from them is a huge resource for the university, and I think it leaves a nice legacy that we can take those learnings and feed them into new projects.
Equal One is essentially trying to revolutionize computing. The promise of quantum computing is that you use this technology called qubits, which essentially means you get an exponential rise in computing. So we're trying to come up with a new technology that enables that.
Equal One and myself came up with an idea, but that idea could not have been realized back then, and it took 20 years for the technology to catch up.
We're operating at cryogenic temperatures, so we have to cool the computer down to 4 Kelvin, which is very, very low temperatures. Nobody's done that before with standard electronic components.
We put together a plan about how to bring all of that IP together and how to vest it into the university spin-out company that we created around Equal One Labs.
This particular project, Equal One, is in the quantum computing space, which is a very exciting space, getting a lot of investment.
It's got major implications for things like drug discovery, finance, lots of different markets.
This is an opportunity for UCD in particular to become a leader in quantum computing.
Without Nova UCD, we'll be just doing research for the research's sake.
We've had our first 2 silicon runs back, and both have worked really, really well, which is why we're at a very exciting stage.
We want to be able to demonstrate that Ireland is leading in this area and that we have innovations here which can compete in that international marketplace.